Hey, great Monday morning, everyone. Says Adam Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. And with our 15 minutes to mastery this Monday morning, getting your week off started on the right foot to make sure that you get some information, inspiration, and motivation that you need to get moving forward as you build the discipline to build a great business. Because we all know that motivation is great to get started, but it takes discipline to keep going and keep moving forward and pushing through. So, listen, today is episode number 236. And I wanted to come in and talk to you about the fact that you were made to win. You were manufactured to win. That's one of our wristbands that we have for Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Manufactured to Win. Our podcast is called the Manufactured to Win podcast because I strongly believe that each and every one of us was made to operate at a very high level. Now, not everybody does. We know that. We know that not everybody does. But everyone was made to do so. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss why people don't and what we can do to be the difference, right, between us and everyone else. But as we do, we have a quote for the day, and today's quote comes from Bruce Lee, which said, "The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering." The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. So here's the deal, right? Oh, by the way, yes, I'm coming to you from the mobile office. Got to get some stuff done downtown San Antonio. I'm back home for a couple weeks, getting work done. But anyway, we're talking today about being manufactured to win, right? And what that means and how we can get that done in our life and our career as we keep moving forward. But you see, I strongly believe that each and every one of us was manufactured to win. We were made to win because if you think about it, okay, just look at what happens with the human body. All right. Now, your belief can be what it is about human creation and things of that nature. I believe in God. I believe we have a God, a higher power, a God that created us and made us to live forever, right? And you think about it. You cut yourself, the wound heals. You break a bone, it heals. We were made to keep moving forward, keep going forward, right? We've got the whole sin, and now we die. Everybody's life is limited, okay? But here's the thing: you were given you were given so many traits and qualities that no other species has. We're able to speak in a form where the majority of the people, where everyone understands, right? There's different languages. We speak, we communicate, we have tactile abilities. You have the sense of taste, color, when you vision, everything. All of these things are made tremendously, okay? And when you stop to think about it, right? We're able to do so many. Look at all the progress that there's been in life, in the world. Everything, now we're coming out with the latest and greatest, right? Everything's about AI. Everything's about just generating all these different AI programs and things of that nature. Just compare today to 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, how things were. And there's always constant advancements. And that comes from human beings creating these things, right? That's because we keep pushing ourselves. Those people that create these things create these great systems and products, or have these great companies, or even individuals who live great lives of impact. They keep challenging themselves. The difference between those that do and those that don't is the fact that those that do aren't afraid to fail. Aren't they realize that they're going to have to fail in order to make it to where it is that they're trying to go, and they don't let that set them back. Most people are afraid to push themselves because they're afraid of failure. They don't know how to handle failure. And so rather than put themselves in a situation that may get them uncomfortable, rather than put themselves in a situation where they can fail, where they are maybe not the smartest person in the room, whatever it may be, they avoid that risk at all costs. They want to stay in their comfort zone. They don't push themselves, and those people never accomplish anything great, right? And that comes from a lack of self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, of course you're not going to challenge yourself. How are you going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to possibly more than likely fail, but know that failing is part of it. Why are you going to put yourself in that situation if you don't even believe in yourself? So that low self-esteem and negative self-talk, or maybe it was something, the way that you grew up, and it was the talk that was around you, and that's what you heard. Okay, but I'm here to tell you, if you are, I don't even want to say an adult, if you're a preteen or a teen at that point in time, you have to start developing your own mental fortitude. You've got to start developing your own self-talk. You've got to start developing the ability to realize that some people are full of BS, and they're going to always try and keep you from moving forward. And they think they're doing it to protect you, when in reality, what they're doing is they're actually hurting you. Sorry, I didn't realize I was keeping the screen on. So we've got to make sure that we're operating in the right manner, and that you don't let that fear of failure keep you from doing what you've got to get done. Everyone is going to fail. If you're going to do something great, you're going to fail along the way. But you got to learn from it. You got to take the lesson. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward so that you can accomplish the things that you're doing, right? Because right now in society, unfortunately, that's the whole thing. There's victim mentality. Everyone's trying to see who's the biggest loser. Everybody's always just comparing their own pities, trying to get self-pity and things of that nature. Just stop with all of that. Those of you that are in this line of work, in this industry of manufacturing, man, we get beat up every day already as it is. And then if you're going to be that way with yourself, you're just not going to get anywhere. But you can do so many great things. Being in this industry, you have the ability to do other things. You use this as a springboard to help other people, to create other opportunities for other folks, not just help the families that you're helping. That's just the beginning of what you can do. But you've got to make sure that you're going after it each and every day. You've got to make sure that you're pressing forward, that you're always challenging yourself. Why would you want to challenge yourself? Why would you want to keep pushing yourself? Because as you do that, you build resilience. As you do that, you build the discipline. When you fail and you keep moving forward, that builds that grit within you that you need in order to accomplish great things. And when you keep doing that, you start to expand your mind, you expand your vision, and you start realizing that there's so much more that you can do. Helping families and selling manufactured homes is the start. You got to understand that it's the start. In our case, for myself personally, it was the beginning to get me to where I'm at now, which is now the beginning to get us to being able to create something bigger that's going to help a whole lot more families and a whole lot more people all across the country, which then will lead to us being able to get a community center opened up here in San Antonio for underprivileged youth, and then build on that. And so it's that choice, without realizing it, that choice back in 2009 to get into the manufactured home industry, to sell manufactured home. Back then, I did it to survive. Back then, I made that decision because I needed to make a change in order to survive. And in doing that, it's opened so many doors for myself. It's opened so many doors for my family. We've helped so many families along the way. We continue to help people now, but it led to so much more. It led to seeing other opportunities, which we're now moving on with that. But back then I didn't realize it. And if you haven't realized it yet, that's okay. But I'm here to tell you, use this as a springboard. Use this as the starting point to doing so much more. But it takes challenging yourself. It takes being the type of person who is never satisfied, being that type of person who always goes for more, always does more, always pushes themselves because there's more to get done. You have the responsibility to do that, not just as a human being, but you have that responsibility to do it because you have the opportunity to meet the financial needs of accomplishing those other goals. Most people can't do that. Most people can't walk into their employer and say today they're going to make an extra few $1,000s. They just can't. I keep using that example. Tell me where anyone can walk into their job today and say, hey, today I want to make an extra $5,000-$10,000. They can't. There's no way they'd be able to. You can. And imagine by just having that attitude and actually putting in the work and getting it done, what you would be able to accomplish and how many families you would be able to help and what you would be able to do with that money as you start putting it together and then using that to do something bigger, do something better. That's the opportunity before you, because we were all manufactured to win. But it takes wanting to operate at that high level. It takes wanting to be that type of person who is going to continue to challenge yourself. Understand this: you're going to fail. It's going to hurt. You're going to be scared out of your mind. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be all of these things, but you're going to survive. And all of those things are going to make you stronger. They're going to make you better as long as you learn from them. As long as you continue to learn, like, hey, why did this mess up? How could I have done this better? What could I have done to avoid that? What do we need to do in order to not let that happen again? As long as you're doing that after the failures and setbacks, and then taking the action after that to continue moving forward, you're going to be just fine. Things happen. They will always happen, no matter what level you are in life. No matter what point you are in life, okay? You're going to have setbacks. So don't think that you reach a certain point and then they just don't have them. It just becomes that much easier to deal with them. All right? So go out this week. Make it the best week yet. It's the last week right now of the last full week of June. Make the most out of it. Get as many deals as you possibly can. Help as many families as you possibly can. Get as many homes delivered as you can, because we're close to the end of month, and you know what that means. All right? So go out and get it. If there's anything that we can do here at Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery to help you take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level, you know that's why we're here. You know that's why we bring you this information each and every day, so that you can get your day started off on the right foot. So go out and do great things today, this week, this month, this year, 2024, and moving forward, because you were manufactured to win. And we are here to provide you some help. Don't forget, this Thursday, we've got our marketing and sales webinar, free webinar that we're putting on together with David Finney from Build Media, and I will be on a webinar on Thursday, June 27th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we're going to be going over the best marketing practices, what's working, what's not working, what the data says, where you need to be marketing and how. And then we're going to also get into how you can convert those leads into appointments that lead to sales. That's what it's going to be about, because we want to make sure we're helping you, getting you everything that you need. So go get registered for that. Go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. You'll get the information there. You can click on the link to get registered. It's a free webinar. We're not selling anything to you. It's just information for you. So get everyone signed up on your team, and we'll see you there on Thursday. But for right now, go attack Monday, make the most of it. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.